Sadaşivasamarambham Shankaracharyamadhyamam Asmadacharyaparyantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahavirjam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedais Sangapadakramopaniषदैः Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavasthita Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantanna Vidussurasuraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Namaste. Namaste to all.
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste. So we need to resume. We need to start 17th chapter today, right? Let us chant a few shlokas. Atha saptadashodhyayah.
अदशब्ददशोऽध्यायः
Arjuna uvacha.
अर्जुन उवाच
ये शास्त्रविधिमुत्सृज्य
ये शास्त्रविधिमुत्सृज्य
यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः
यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः
तेषां निष्ठा तु का कृष्ण
तेषां निष्ठा तु का कृष्ण
तत्त्वमाहो रजस्तमः
सत्त्वमाहो रजस्तमः।
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
त्रिविधा भवति श्रद्धा
त्रिविधा भवति श्रद्धा
देहिनां सा स्वभावजा
देहिनां सा स्वभावजा
सात्विकी राजसी चैव
सात्विकी राजसी चैव
तामसी चेति तां शृणु
तामसी चेति तां शृणु।
सत्त्वानुरूपा सर्वस्य
सत्त्वानुरूपा सर्वस्य
श्रद्धा भवति भारत
श्रद्धा भवति भारत।
श्रद्धामयोऽयं पुरुषः
श्रद्धामयोऽयं पुरुषः
यो यच्छ्रद्धः स एव सः
यो यच्छ्रद्धश्च एव सः।
Yeah, let's start with that. So as we said earlier, chapter 16 and 17. 16 was Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yoga. Now we are entering what is called Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yoga. Not directly connected to Brahma Vidya, not Jnana Yoga. It comes under Karma Yoga. Why? Because it's talking about values, talking about about character of a person. That's what. How to build character, Amanat Padi, he had mentioned already in the 13th chapter. Every child loves to see somebody who sacrifices their life, somebody who speaks the truth under all circumstances. That is so inspiring. Why is it inspiring? Why should why should it not be demotivating? So it's inspiring because it's there in us. We innately seem to know that's the right thing to do. And I am not able to do that well. My goodness, he or she is able to do it so well. So it's very inspiring. Very inspiring. I want to be like that. That's called inspiration. So we innately have that, but we need to nourish it periodically. Nourish it. All our life is meant for building that character. And so, just like the farmer will till the land, prepare the land, and not all plants can grow in all environments. There are some plants that grow in Arctic, icy area. They're called tundra plants. But you can't put kotamir there. Kotamir will not grow there. Kotamir will grow only here. So it needs a more temperate kind of weather. Cactus will grow in arid and semi-arid regions. Cactus and the mangoes. Mangoes also need this very special kind of climate and saline flooding, anaerobic. I mean, saline flooding. Yeah, anaerobic soils. Mangoes need. That's why they're called mangroves. So they love that kind of a nourishment, soil and water, etc. So like that, we are also no different. We also need that kind of nourishment. And so that's what Krishna is talking about. For any other subject, a secular subject, you don't need all this. You can't, the prerequisites of joining college, it will not include, value systems. It will not, but then they have a way of checking. They will ask you, what are the social service? What activities did you do? Like that, they will ask. That they can ask. Say something. I did this. I helped the poor people. I gave sandwiches. I did this. I went with that organization. I built something. They say it's a very big thing. In America, it's a very very big thing. My goodness, very big. Here also, I'm sure it's they are encouraging that kind of thing by asking such questions. So their value systems indirectly comes. What's your outlook that they're asking? And sometimes they get it out of that main letter that the students write to colleges, statement of purpose and all they have to write. So why do you want to join this college? So what you write, how you write, reveals, people can see the values that come out of that, that kind of a letter. So anyway, sometimes they do, but it's not a required. Academic achievement does not require any of these values. Anyway, but our Vidya is different. Shreyas different. Shreyas, the only requirement is this. This is the main requirement. Otherwise, Vedanta is very easy. Vedanta is easy. Where we need to build ourselves is this adhikaritvam. And adhikaritvam comes through all this deva sampat, etc. Yeah. So, but if asuri sampat is there and the person listens to Vedanta, perchance something happened, then the person will twist the whole thing. Because the mind is a twisting mind, so it will twist and it will twist and then it will say all kinds of things. Swamiji says, Saksharaha Rakshasaha means if this Asuri Sampat, if you provide that person education, that education will be used to torment people. So that's the other side. Anyway, therefore, chapter 17 also continues along the lines of chapter 16 to highlight the ways of thinking, good ways of thinking, good ways of treating people, and good ways of relating to Ishvara, all that will come. So we chanted the first shloka, Arjuna Uvacha, again triggered by Arjuna's question. And what is Arjuna's question? See, in the last chapter ended by saying Tasmat Shastram Pramanam Te. Shastram is what you have to rely on here, Arjuna. So now he's asking, uh, so what about those who are far removed from the Shastra? Yaha ye Shastra vidhim utsrajya. Because you told me you should do that. Because now Arjuna is asking. Instead of saying I, he will just say people. What about those people? Sometimes we ask the same question. Instead of saying, look, I don't know anything about the Vedas. Swamiji, I know nothing about the Vedas. I know no Sanskrit, nothing. What is my fate? Instead of asking that, you know what we'll say? Swamiji, there are many people who are not exposed to the Vedas. They have not studied any Sanskrit. What about them, Swami? That's what we can't say, I don't know. It's very hard to say, I don't know. Very hard to admit what we don't. So, so that's what he's also saying. Ye, Shastra Vidim Utsritya. And so that previously, Tasmat Shastram Pramanamte. Shastram is your Pramanam. Every machine you buy comes with an instruction manual. You buy a washing machine, it's big instruction manual. You buy a telephone, those days it used to come with instruction manual. I don't know what happens these days. And that instruction manual of the telephone is so thick, you don't know. You're afraid to start the phone. You know why? Because the instruction manual is thick. It must be meant to read only, right? They won't give you a book if it should not be read. And so you have to open it up. You have to at least how to start the phone. All those things you have to see. And so it comes. How to take care of the machine. Periodically clean it with all these things. Don't put water. Something they say almost. And so, but the human being is born without coming with an instruction manual. I saw this long ago when I was a child. I saw somebody, they had a poster, they had a picture of a baby. And baby, it's that which comes without an instruction manual. Something like that. I remember vaguely. And I was so, that statement just took me by gripping. I still remember it. Because I was not even old enough to understand what it. And so, and what about the human being? A machine comes, all gadgets come with instruction manual. What about this gadget, this machine? Is it an inexpensive machine or expensive machine if I ask? What will we say? Swami gives us an idea. He says it's very easy to find out the cost of this machine, this machine. He said just look up all the transplant, they do transplants. These days, transplanting is not a big deal. Heart transplant itself, they do. I once looked up, I went to YouTube, I typed heart transplant, something I did, and it came up. The first video that came up was a video that was done in Houston, this Methodist hospital. What is this coincidence? I don't know. How does Google know that I am connected with Houston? I don't know. But that Houston Methodist, that particular place is well known for heart also. And the reason is the inventor of the artificial heart is DeBakey. So that center is called DeBakey Center. Something is called DeBakey. Debakey. So that's so they had prepared this video, and I saw the video, and they just cut open this area, and then they do that, they clip it, and then they make some incisions and all that, and they do a lot of things he was showing, and they all the artery and that what is it? Yeah, all those the blood supply that goes to the heart, everything they cut, they clamp.
Valve.
Ah, is that name artery? The main artery. There's a name for it.
Aorta.
Aorta and all. I saw all that. And then they take this heart out of the body. Like this guy just put the thing in his hand, the doctor, and then pull the heart out. And then after some time they do something and then they get another heart and put it in. It's like what you do in the kitchen, same thing, nothing different. You stuff your bangan with something, right? Sometimes you do all the stuff, bhaji and all you do. That's what they did there also. And then burning also, they did the laser burning and all they did, they stitched it. There you saw. So what is the cost of a heart transplant? It costs only $1.6 million in the US, 2020 data. $1.6 million, which is 16 lakh dollars, which is 16 crore rupees or something, 15 crores, 14 crores for a heart transplant. Just keep that in mind, okay? US, here it is cheaper than that. But let's just go. That's the value of this, okay? This, some people can't imagine a crore rupees in their bank account. This is 15 crore rupees. Okay. Then we can go down the list like that. Then the kidney transplant, liver. Somebody called me last a month ago. They are having a liver transplant. I asked him, what is a liver transplant? Yes, he said, what they do is they shave off some tissue from the good liver, and then they just somehow put it in this liver, and the tissue will grow. Good tissue. That is called the liver transplant. It's not literally pulling out the liver. No, it's not like that's so liver transplant. So like this, there is a cost for all these things. Yeah, I've noted. I have a table here. Liver transplant in America costs $800,000. Lung transplant $1 million. Bone marrow transplant another $1 million. Kidney $400,000. Pancreas $400,000. Cornea transplant only $32,000. That's all it is. So now you add it up. So you can get your value. That's one way to come up with a value for this part. So this kind of an expensive machine does not come with an instruction manual. So tasmat shastram pramanam. Don't be indifferent to shastram. Hey Arjuna, like that Krishna had said in the previous chapter. And so now he is and also we know that Veda has come from Ishvara and all that. Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam. Shvetashvatara Upanishad. If you have time, look at it. And so there, Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam. Purvam, long ago, Yaha, that the one who created Brahmaji, Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam. Yo Vai Vedagascha Prahinoti Sarvam. And then after Brahma was created, then what happened? That Ishvara gave Brahma this. Okay, this is Veda. Veda also I give you. Go do your job. Brahmaji and Veda was given the Vedas, Chatur Veda. That is why Chatur Mukha Brahmaji. And then like that it goes. So Tagamha Devam Atma Buddhi Prakasham, etc. is there. I worship that. Not that Brahmaji. That Ishvara who created Brahmaji and who created the Vedas and gave the Vedas to humanity. I'm reminded now of another mantra we studied in Bhagavad Gita. Sahayajna praja srishtva purovacha praja pratihi. Praja srishtva, he created human beings. Sahayajna, he created, simply not left in the lurch. He gave an instruction manual. They're all called yajnas. There he uses the word yajna. Yajna also means Veda. So we have to, it's not an ordinary thing, it is. Appreciate all this. And so here he says, these people, Arjuna is asking, Shraddhayanvitaha, those are the people he's talking about. These people have a lot of Shraddha. Yajante, they also invoke Ishvara. They do their yajanam. Some kind of puja they do. But then Shastra Vidhi Mutsrijya, they don't know anything about what the Vedas talks about in terms of Paddhati, Puja, Parayanam, nothing. Sanskrit not known. Vedas not studied, only heard of. Those people have a lot of Shraddha. Who is he talking about? Who is he talking about? Arjuna? Correct. Sundariji is saying they're talking about us only. Correct. Arjuna is talking about ye. So saying I, he says ye. I ye. I in English, ye in Sanskrit means those people. He's talking about us only. Where? Where Veda? Nothing. We have no idea what Veda is. Bits and pieces somewhere we study, and then we are asked to do puja and all. Thankfully, some mother father did puja somewhere. We have some things are just flowing down. And so that such people he's talking about. Shastra within Utsrajya. Puja, I do puja means what? How puja we will do? Please tell me. Asanam samarpayami. So much is there to be invoked. Then Sankalpa is there before the Mamopata, Samasta, Duritakshayadvara. Where is it? We have to be taught all these things. And then Padyam Samarpayami, Asanam Samarpayami, and then Achamaniyam Samarpayami, and then this one, Snanam Samarpayami. And before all that, which direction Devata, our Murti should sit, which direction I should sit. Nothing I know. Everything there is a vidhi. Simple puja, if you take, there is a vidhi. And so, and then excuse also. Everything is in Sanskrit. I want to read Veda, but everything is in Sanskrit. At least if it was in English, I would have studied. As though if it was in English, this guy would have become a Chaturvedi. No, I would have become a Chaturvedi. Anything, language is the problem. so, so there is a, there is a, there's a power cut here. So there is Vedas are there, and then there are what are called Vedangas. What are the Vedangas? Shiksha, correct, six. Shiksha, Vyakaranam, Niruktam, Kalpam, Chandas, Jyotisham. Like this, there are six. And when we study Mundaka, the Upanishad herself tells what are the six Vedangas, like that. Okay. And so in that, Shiksha means pronunciation. How do you pronounce a language? Letters are there. So we are all pronouncing because we are taught. Okay. And so, so there is a particular way of pronouncing that. Science is called Shiksha. All right. Then Vyakaranam, grammar. Grammar is needed for any language. Very good. They're all needed in order to even understand what is there in the Veda. All right, grammar, Vyakaranam. Then Kalpam. Kalpam. Kalpam is know-how of rituals. How do you do rituals? That's it. That whole subject is called Kalpam. Niruktam. Niruktam means etymology of certain words. Some etymology words are there in common dictionary and all you can get, but there are some words which you have to go to Niruktam. Okay, written by Yaska, and then some Vedic words. How do you understand some words that are there? Beautiful science. Niruktam. And then what? Chandas. Chandas, you know Chandas. So we are Bhagavad Gita, just couple of Chandas are there. There are many, many Chandas, really. So that whole science is in the text called Chandas. And then last, Jyotisham. Jyotisham is a very big aspect of our lives that has, due to our British colonization, we have all we lost that. Fortunately, there are people out there who are very good at this. It's a very important science which tells us when to do all these rituals. The timing, the whole idea of time is all mapped out by these Jyotishans. Time and
Mahurta.
configuration of the planets, etc. All connection. Using the configuration of celestial objects, I decide what to do next. It's a very mind-boggling thing. And so that's a separate science. So what did I say all this? That Kalpam is know-how of rituals. Shastram vidhim utsrujya yajante shraddhayam vitaha. They have a lot of shraddha. What is shraddha?
Shastreshu Guruvakyeshu.
Belief.
Yeah, no. Guruvakyeshu.
Vakyeshu
Veda
Vishwasa.
Shastra Guru.
Yeah, Anirudh. Vishwasaha. Vishwasa. Correct. Guru Shastra Vakyeshu Vishwasaha. Vishwas karna chahiye. So don't constantly doubt your teacher. That is the meaning. That's what he said. Okay, and doubting the teacher also not acceptable. I have a doubt. You can ask your doubt, that's all. You can't doubt the teacher like that. And so, why? Because the subject is like this. Ordinary secular subjects itself, you need a good teacher. You really need a good teacher. That's it. All these Zaragora, these people who come for a salary and all, not useful. They don't help the country at all. They simply do some wishy-washy thing and go. Good teachers are needed for it. And what talk of Veda and Upanishads and all that? Guru Shastra Vakyeshu Vishwasaha Shraddha. So these people have the Shraddha in the Guru and in the Shastra. Please understand that. Make a note of it. They don't know anything, but they have Shraddha. They know Veda Vak is important. They know it. They don't have a Guru, but they have Shraddha. The Guru is needed, but what to do? I don't have a Guru. My time has not come, I think. So like that, they know it. Now, he's asking, Tesham Nishtha tu ka Krishna. Hey Krishna, can you tell me something about their life? What is their status? What do you think of them? What's your view of them? Can you comment on them? Yeah, their status. Nishtha here means what is their status in life? They have a lot of Shraddha also. Okay, so they must have some standing, but at the same time, they don't know anything. They don't know any Shastra. And he's saying, he himself is saying, Sattva Rajastamaha. Aho is a usage in Sanskrit, which is like va. Sattvam va, rajas va, tamaha va. When the va comes with doubt, samshaya, doubt, sandeha, then they use the word aho. Aho generally implies doubt, samshaya, expression of doubt. All right. So they're all, what kind of guna they have? Are they sattvika pradhanaha, etc.? He's asking. What type of Shraddha? He himself has used the word Shraddha. Next sloka also is going to come. Trividha Bhavati Shraddha. He is going to answer that question. Therefore, this chapter is called Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yoga. From Krishna, Arjuna's question itself it comes. All right, let's translate the shloka. I hope I explained all the words. Arjuna asked, what is the status of those people what is the status of those people who ignore Vedic mandates who ignore Vedic mandates or Vedic niyama rules, who ignore Vedic rules and yet worship with Shraddha. What a question it is. Who ignore the Vedic rules and yet worship with Shraddha? Question mark. Is it Sattva, Rajas, or Tamas? Krishna. Is it Sattva, Rajas, or Tamas? Krishna. Okay, I'm going to read it again. Arjuna asked, what is the status of those people who ignore the Vedic rules and yet worship with Shraddha? Is it Sattvam, Rajas, or Tamas? Krishna. Very clear question it is. Now let's. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
श्रीभगवानुवाच
Trividha Bhavati Shraddha
त्रिविधा भवति श्रद्धा
Dehinam Sa Swabhavaja
देहीनां सा स्वभावजा
Satviki Rajasi Chaiva
सात्विकी राजसी चैव
Tamasi Cheti Tam Shrunu.
तामसी चेति तां शृणु.
Yeah. So directly he's answering. I mean, directly is not answering, sorry. He's saying, he's giving an introduction. Trivida bhavati shraddha. Shraddha is of three types. Threefold shraddha is there. Three types. For whom? Dehinam. Dehinam here means people. For people. Manushyanam. Not only that, sa shraddha, sa swabhavaja bhavati. Swabhavaja. Swabhavat jayate iti swabhavaja. Swabhavaja. Here akaranta strilingam because shraddha is akaranta strilingam. So that shraddha is swabhavaja. It is born of one's swabhava. Once, then you have to ask, one's swabhava means what? One's nature. One's nature. It really doesn't answer the question. Doesn't directly answer the question. Question says important thing is given. Hey, one's nature is what determines one's shraddha. Because shraddha is a very unique thing. Shraddhavan labate jnanam. Therefore, for a shraddha becomes very, very important. Anything related to Veda, shraddha is needed. That much we have learned. And so, one's nature determines one's shraddha. That is what he's saying here. Okay. And what are those three? Satviki. Arjuna himself had said that. Here, Satviki, Rajasi, Tamasi. Earlier he said Sattvam, etc. Here, Satviki, because Shraddha is, feminine gender, so Satviki, feminine. Three types are there. Yeah, so that's therefore what? Swabhavajam. If a person's swabhava nature is sattva, then that person's shraddha also will be satviki shraddha. Like that he's saying. Therefore, his answer is not still given. It's going to be explained. That's why he says tam shrunu. Tam shrunu. Shrunu. Tam kam. Tam kam. Kam.
Shraddham tamasi rajasi.
Trividam shraddham shrunu. Yeah, correct. Shraddham shrunu. Tam Trividham Swabhavajam Shraddham Shrunu. Right? We can answer it like that. Okay. Tam Shrunu. Listen to that. That's what he's saying. All right, let's see this. Shri Bhagavan said, the Shraddha of human beings is born of the Shraddha of human beings is born of the nature of the mind. See, one's nature, when we say, it is referring to mind only. One's nature, when you say, we don't refer to body, qualities of the body and all, we don't. It's nature. So, nature is born of the nature of the mind. All right, full stop. It is threefold hyphen. Satvika, Rajasika, and Tamasika. Full stop. Listen to that. Full stop. Sri Bhagavan said, the Shraddha of human beings is born of the nature of the mind. Full stop. It is threefold as Satvika, Rajasika, and Tamasika. Full stop. Listen to that. Full stop. Okay, next. Sattvanurupa sarvasya
सत्त्वानुरूपा सर्वस्य
Shraddha bhavati bharata
श्रद्धा भवति भारत
श्रद्धामयोऽयं पुरुषः
श्रद्धामयोऽयं पुरुषः
यो यच्छ्रद्धः स एव सः
यो यच्छ्रद्धः स एव सः
Yeah. Sattva, the word sattva in sattvanurupa should be understood as mind. Antahkarana anurupa. That is the way to understand that word sattva. Krishna is playing mischief. He is a mischief monger anyway. So when he is talking about sattva guna, he wants to bring sattva for mind. Is that the time to do all these games? But that's who he is, and we love that. We love him for that. So we have no. And Shankaracharya is there to help us. So we are blessed anyway. So if we have any doubts, we rely on Shankaracharya. Anyway, Sattva Nurupa Sarvasya Shraddha Bhavati Bharata. Okay, Shraddha Bhavati. The Shraddha, the way it is going to work is, it is Antakarana Anurupa Bhavati. It is going to be in keeping with the mind of the person, the qualities of the mind, the attributes of the mind. So one with Devi Sampat, the mind is going to have one type of Shraddha. The one with Asuri Sampat, the Buddhi is going to have a different type. Okay, that I can understand. And so what about parenting? Children are born to parents, so parents' attributes also will influence the children. And children's karma is also going to influence the children. Okay. And you can't even say all children of parents are going to be having the identical state of mind. That is not true at all. Every family, every parent knows that. And so they can be polar opposites also. And so you got two children of, what is Ravana's father? Two children of Vishravas. I think his name is Vishravas.
Paulastya? No?
Vishravas. His name is
Pulastya.
Vishravas.
Pulas,
Pulastya.
Pulasti.
No, Vishravas.
Vishravas. His father is Vishravas' father is Pulastya. Okay. So Vishravas is the father of Ravana. And Vishravas had many children, of which two we can quote now, Ravana and Vibhishan, born to the same mother. Then Kubera was born to another mother. Okay. And so Ravana kicked out Kubera from Sri Lanka. So we are familiar with all these games. And so
what about Kumbhakarna?
Kumbhakarna also is there. Yes. So just an example I wanted to quote to say that there are two people who are very different. Very different mindset is there for people. So what to talk? How is all this going to be determined? Many factors are going to be determined. And once that mindset is there, that mindset will decide what the Shraddha is. That is what he is attributing the Shraddha to the nature of the person. Seems like he's that's still not directly answering the question, but we'll see. So that Shraddha will define our character, mental character, if you want to say, of the person. And Bharata, hey Bharata, what a name it is. Rata, Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame. So Atmanyeva Atmana Tushtaha Rata. Atma Ratihi, there is a word, Atma Rati. What I was looking for. Ratihi, Ram Dhatu, that same Ram becomes Rata, one who is just enjoying in, reveling in what? In Bha. Bhayam Rata. Is the meaning of Bharata. Bha. Bha means what? Bhaskaraha, shining. Bhaskaraha. Baha karoti iti Bhaskaraha. The one who shines is called Bhaskaraha. So that's shining. But here, this is not some physical shining. It is nothing physical at all. In fact, the only thing that shines is Atma. We already saw in Kathopanishad just hardly a few weeks ago. Na tatra suryo bhati. This sun's shining, you forget it. Natatra Suryo Bhati na Chandra Tarakam Nema Vidyuto Bhanti Kuto Bhanti. That same Bhanti Kuto Yamagnihi Tameva Bhantamanubhati Sarvam. That thing that is that's always shining, never stop shining at all, is that Atma, that Brahma, that Bhayam, Rataha, Iti Bharataha. Ye, those who revel in Atma Vidya is called Bharata, Bharataha. So that's the way to look at that word. Best way to look at it. Nothing, no definition can beat. You can give other definitions. People may give other definitions, which might be good also. But this is, for our purposes, this is perfect definition. Bharata. Okay, then what? Shraddhamayaha ayam purushaha yaha yat shraddhaha saha eva saha. Too many sahas and all are there. So this purusha, yaha purusha, that person who has this kind of a, who has these uh, sattva guna, right? Sorry, not sattva guna. We have not come to sattva yet, right? Sattva anurupa is mind. He is not talking about sattva guna yet. But there is mind. So, and so that purusha is, it will become a shraddha maya. Shraddha maya means what? Mayat prachurye. Mayat is a thing, suffix, which has two or three meanings. One of the meaning that's useful for us here is prachurya, means endowed with, brimming with, saturated with. That is the meaning of the mayat here. Like when you say, after floods, you call your person, how are things in Chennai? Jala Mayamar. Means Jala Mayam. Wherever I see there is water. I don't know when they are going to remove on. Like that you ask. So Jala Mayam. Same here. Shraddha Maya. Annamaya, Pranamaya, that Maya is different. That Maya is Vikare. Mayat Vikare. Meaning number two. Not Prachurye. Not saturation. Vikare. In the sense of change. Annam. Pranamaya. So something has become solid, Annam. And then Pranamaya, something Atma is undergoing, Atma is the Nimitta Karanam, then Maya Sahita Atma, Ishvara is created all these things. Change. Tasmad va etasmad Atmana Akasha Sambhutaha. From Atma came Akasha. Akashad Vayu, Vayor Agni, Agni Apa. So changes happen. So that Maya there is change. A form, a changed form is now called Annamaya, this solid body Sthurishaldam. So there it's different, just by the way. Okay. So Shraddha Maya, since you're all now in the 17th chapter, I can say all these things. Shraddha Maya, just saturated with Shraddha. Okay. What Shraddha is that? Yo yat Shraddha sa eva saha. That Shraddha which is Swabhavaja, which I told you in the previous, which is now I'm telling you, it is Antakarana, Anurupa. Anu also, in keeping with whatever the mental state is that she got when he was born. Get that? He's giving a lot of attention to that state of mind of the child. That state of mind alone will, based on that alone, that Shraddha of that boy or girl will be, and that Shraddha of the man or woman will be. Shraddha Mayaha Ayam Purushaha. Yo Yat Shraddhaha Sa Eva Saha. So whatever that person valued in the earlier days when the person was a child, that same samskara will express itself as Shraddha. Because you asked me about Shraddha. That thing only will decide what type of Shraddha this person has. He's still not answered what is Satviki Shraddha, etc. Not answered. He's going to do that later. But he's just telling. Shraddha is coming. Purva Janma Vasana will be there. That also gives all this state of mind. And parenting also is there. That also will influence. Any other factor might influence. But these are all factors. And that state of mind which is influenced by those factors, is what is going to produce that Shraddha which you asked. Okay. And which one contributes a lot? We can't answer that question also. Karma can be a strong deciding factor. But even surroundings, parenting can be a strong deciding factor. In case of Duryodhana, how did this man become so vicious and just jealous of all the people who are successful and everything? Too jealous of his brothers, co-brother, not co-brother, the step-brothers and all. Hey, why? How can a person be so nasty? And he becomes one of the big characters in our itihas. Look, he is born. 100 children are born, Kauravas. Okay? To take care of 100 children, already one parent, this nuclear families, one child, they're having difficulty taking care of. Correct? With all the money, everything, still they're having problems. 100 children, you need some solid caregivers. Mother and father are the biggest caregivers. Father is blind. So a good amount of caregiving is gone. Okay, words are there, love is there, no doubt. That can be. But a child, somebody should look at the child's eyes and say, I'm there for you. I love you.
And not only that, and he's beset with Irsha, no? Dhritarashtra is beset with Irsha. He had Irsha for Pandu all his life. So he's not only blind, he passed on Irsha to his sons.
So that another aspect I wanted to highlight. This what did this Dhritarashtra's wife Gandhari? What about her? She could have said, my husband is blind, so I have to compensate for all this. Instead of compensating, she decompensated. She said, I also will become blind like me. That's it. These children had nobody to even look at. If a child can't, if you can't, the child doesn't have people to look at. You can just imagine what psychology it is. Just imagine. Long ago, Swamiji mentioned it in a talk on Mahabharata. Still remember it. So people say Gandhari is great and all. Gandhari is not a great woman. She has been misguided by somebody. She did not have the right gurus. That is what is it.
She herself was jealous of Kundi being conceived before her and losing the status. So that's why she tried to miscarriage her pregnancy.
Yeah, those stories are all there. Correct. No, those stories are all there. But here the point is.
Also, it's mentioned that Gandhari was very upset and mad for getting married to Dhritarashtra. And then there is all kinds of stories are there.
Right. So, you don't mean to be carried away by those stories. Just giving an example that one child, because we are talking about child's mind, as is the child's mind, so is the adult's mind also, adult Shraddha also. That's what he's saying here. And so, how it is possible to ruin a child's life, even in this life, while living, I'm saying. So, it's possible, anything is possible. So that mind, he's talking about that mind. We also said earlier, watch your thoughts because they become your words. Okay. And then what? Choose your words because they become your actions. Study your actions because they become your habit. Watch your habit because it becomes your character. Develop your character because the character becomes your destiny. So, thoughts, finally, it all comes to those thoughts. And so, we have full control over thoughts. Beyond that, we don't know what control we might have. So, that thought, the Krishna is talking about Sattvanurupa. Okay. Yo yachrattaha sa eva saha. Whatever the person valued in the earlier days, that same value you will see expressing later also. And so, it's a bold statement it is. I think it's something that we all need to spend more time on. And I saw this long ago, some statistics on, the children playing video games. And so there was a particular analysis done on that. So teens who play video games, 97%. It's pretty much all children play video games. Teens who play racing, puzzle video games with little or no violence, 75% of those children. Teens who play action video games which contain violence, some of which contain violence, 66%. Means more than half the children are watching these kinds of video games they're playing. Like that, there is a particular study done, etc. So that I think it's karma is what we say. Karma, of course, decides a big chunk, but we have made sure that our environment also influences the child. We have so many ways negatively influencing the child. That also is there. The research also is showing that. That's what I wanted to say here. Okay, so that's why they say habits die hard. Habits die hard. So, it's your habits. And so, let's translate the shloka. O Bharata, Shraddha of everyone is in keeping with their minds. Shraddha of everyone is in keeping with their minds. Everyone, the word everyone, is it singular or plural? The word everyone, is it singular or plural? In English.
Singular.
Collective, no?
Singular.
Collective.
Singular.
It is singular.
Singular.
Collective now.
Collective.
Singular.
Collective now.
Okay, in that case, what we should do is Shraddha of everyone is in keeping with his mind, or the singular their mind. Okay, that's the best way to translate this. All right. First off, this person is permeated by Shraddha. This person is permeated by Shraddha. Shraddha Mayaha, Full stop. Permeated means saturated with that Shraddha. Whatever is his Shraddha, he conforms to that Shraddha. Whatever is his Shraddha, he conforms to that Shraddha. And next shloka, he'll clarify even more. Right now, it seems like it's not answering the question really completely yet. So next shloka onwards, we will get to see. So we have time, or we should stop? No, it's 8 o'clock now, correct?
Jaykumarji, can you repeat it again?
Repeat what
Translation.
again?
Repeat the translation.
Okay, sure. O Bharata, Shraddha of everyone is in keeping with his mind, her mind. This person is permeated by Shraddha, full stop. Whatever is his Shraddha, he conforms to that Shraddha. Got that, Bhagya?
Yes, Jaykumarji, thanks.
Yeah. So I think we should conclude now. So,
Guruji, here, Yat Shraddha, why is it not Shraddha? It is in the form
Yes.
Is it Shraddha?
Because Yat Shraddha is a samasa. It's not Yat. There are two different words. Ya Shraddha Yasya Saha Yat Shraddha. So one who has that kind of Shraddha is called Yat Shraddha. That is a samasa, referring to the person Yaha. Therefore, Yaha being Pulingam is Yat Shraddha. Samasa. Samasa need not have the gender of the word which terminates the samasa, correct? We know that. All right, we'll stop with that. Om Apadamapahārtaram Dātāram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಜಯಕುಮಾರ್.
Thank you.
Thank you.